There, thanks for joining me today. In today's workshop, you're going to learn how to set wage expectations, negotiate raises, and keep your skills sharp to stay competitive. You're also going to be able to cover the power of networking and building key relationships to advance your career. So whether you're aiming for a promotion, a new opportunity, you'll leave with the tools and confidence to move up and succeed. Advancing your career means building your skills, strategizing, negotiation for your worth. The most important thing you want to do is start by understanding what the wage expectations are. So you really want to make sure you research industry salary standards in Ontario and across Canada. There are several websites that offer up-to-date information. You'll notice here that we've offered a few just to get you started. One being Job Bank, Indeed, PayScale, Glassdoor, and Salary Expert. There are several others that are not listed here, but these are just some that we found most helpful for most students and alumni. These websites are great as they basically are platforms that really offer you listings on job postings along with salary information, employment trends across various sectors. Also, when you start understanding wage expectation, you want to factor in your experience, the education that you have, and the location into your consideration. You also want to ensure your expectations reflect both your value and market trends as well. So here are some tips for you when it comes to salary. So you want to make sure you wait until your offer to be able to discuss salary. So if you're asked during an interview, you want to try saying something like, I'd like to learn more about this position first. My expectations are flexible based on the total compensation. The average salary for this role is Y to Z an hour, but I'm open to learning more about the range and package. If it's a question about your past salary, you might want to say that's confidential, or the role was different from this one. When discussing salary, ask for a range first and then respond with thanks for sharing based on XYZ I'd expect to start at. What happens if they offer you something that's lower? You might say thanks based on XYZ. I'd prefer blank compensation if that's possible. So you want to make sure that you remember to make sure you do your research, know what's competitive for your role. You also want to make sure you're being reasonable, so give a range that really reflects what your value is. Don't be afraid to negotiate because often employers don't expect it. But you also want to make sure that you're being respectful and open because negotiation is always a two-way conversation. Negotiating raises with confidence. So you want to make sure you record your accomplishments and contributions. So really outline all the key achievements and contributions you've brought to the organization. Maybe you might want to mention some projects or tasks or initiatives. Try to provide them with like numbers or percentages or even metrics that really help highlight your contributions. You also want to make sure you get ready for the discussion, really understanding your worth. So that means researching those market trends, investigating your industry and what the salary standards are to really understand what your value is. But in doing so, you also want to make sure you reflect on the skills that you have, the experience that you have versus an entry level versus someone who has more than 4 or 5 years. Think about all the potential questions or concerns that really help you prepare that real thoughtful conversation that you'll be having and the responses that you'll provide. You also want to make sure you practice that effective communication and timing. You really want to show them that you're engaged, and you really want to make sure you show them that you're understanding that other person's perspective. But at the same time, you also want to make sure you're being straightforward in your communication. You want to make sure you're using that eye contact, that body language, the facial expressions to really convey your message. And most importantly, you want to make sure you choose the right moment to be asking for that, and you want to make sure you practice your response. That way it helps build your confidence. Here's an example on the screen here that's just an email version of how you can negotiate a salary if you are sending an email. But the things you want to consider when you're composing your email is you really want to make sure you express your appreciation. So begin by sincerely thanking the employer for the offer and conveying your enthusiasm for the position. You want to make sure you acknowledge the offer. So make sure you've read and understood the main details of that compensation package to really demonstrate that you have clarity and understanding of what's being presented. You always want to reaffirm your interest. So really emphasize your excitement about the role and your commitment to be able to contribute to the, meaningfulness of the company. You also want to provide some context in your request. So really provide a rationale for requesting a revised compensation. Maybe you're asking for that revision because of your experience. Maybe you provide some specialized skills for the role, or maybe it has something to do with the industry benchmarks. You also want to make sure you mention a range that really reflects your value. So really, understanding the salary figure that's in a reasonable range that you and the company would both most likely consider. And lastly, you want to make sure you're looking at your tone. You want to make sure you're expressing a willingness to find a mutual, solution. And you want to, again, mention your eagerness to be able to want to join that team. Unlocking your full potential. So you really want to make sure you're investing in training and certification. So, investing in your personal and professional development and continuous learning is obviously the main key on keeping us and remaining competitive. You want to consider talking and looking at workshops, webinars, or any other learning platforms that really provide hands-on experience. And we're going to touch on that a little bit on the next screen. You also want to take on new challenges at work. Maybe you're going to be looking for some new projects you can be part of. Maybe you might consider volunteering for a leadership role. Or maybe you're going to be offering to take on tasks that require you to kind of stretch your abilities. You also want to make sure you're staying updated on industry trends. And how do you do that? By regularly reading industry-related publications. Maybe they're blogs or news sites. Maybe you might want to follow leaders or influencers on social media or any other professional network, especially LinkedIn. LinkedIn is designed to connect you to those individuals and the people working at those companies. Maybe you might want to attend LinkedIn webinars or conferences or networking events so that you can actually meet people in those fields. So when we say networking for career growth, as we mentioned earlier, attending those industry events and connecting with peers is huge. Don't forget to come to the Fanshawe career fairs that we offer in March of every year. That's another great way to meet people in your industry and make connections with employers. You also want to make sure you're utilizing LinkedIn, how it's going to help you to, boost up your personal profile. You also want to seek mentors and advice from, experienced colleagues. Developing a mentorship relationship really helps you to learn from, that individual's successes and failures. And it allows you to stay open to different perspectives as well. Now that you've gone through the workshop and you know your worth, don't be afraid to ask for it. Do your research and understanding those industry standards that helps you negotiate from a place of confidence. Keep growing your skills and staying curious, taking on those new challenges, and don't be afraid to seek feedback. Don't underestimate the power of strong connections with your relationships with peers, colleagues, industry professionals, your faculty members can really help open doors and offer guidance and support your growth in many ways a resume can't. If you combine all of that together, you're not just working a job, you're moving up with a purpose and confidence. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to come and visit us in Career Services in D1063.